I'm here with
Matt Buxton.
Matt Buxton. And so what do you get up to, Matt?
So I run Mystic Games Game Studio. We make mobile games with a bit of spice of Web3.
Wicked. That sounds very complex, but very creative at the same time. So,
good.
Yeah, let's get into our first question.
Yep.
So, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Don't be such an asshole. No, I mean, to be honest, right, we have a lot of grind culture now. I really think that everyone from Gen Z is always out there grinding. You want to be an entrepreneur, you want to do this. I do think that I should have tried a little bit harder when I was younger, because it's a little bit like brushing your teeth. If you don't do it, you'll regret it later. Yeah. So I think trying harder earlier, and go to the fucking gym before you're 40.
Yeah.
That's another bit of advice I would give to my younger self.
Yeah.
But I work in games, so it's not exactly there for physical fitness, is it?
Yeah.
Basically, like take care of yourself. Basically, take care of yourself, and don't be a prick.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's pretty solid advice, to be fair. What one focus point would you encourage small, medium enterprises to look further into and focus on in today's economical climate?
Well, I mean, today's economical climate is, frankly, a stack of bullshit. So I think the main thing that everyone needs to do is just preserve their runway at all costs. So if you are making money, just focus 100% on making money. Like, you have to throw everything at the one thing you're good at. Don't start extra projects. Don't fuck around with things. Do the one thing you're good at. Have a very clear, simple mission, and do that, because everything's about narrative these days. Tell a story. If you can't tell a story, you're probably fucked. If you're sitting on a bunch of money and you don't know what to do with it, you're fucked. Like, every penny you have, you should know where it's gone. That's what I'd say. So just focus on where you, like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Every decision you make, is it worth it? Is it going to come back to me in a good way?
And that's pretty solid advice, to be fair. And it's actually the same advice that my business mentor gave. I was doing a lot of different things, and he said, look, what makes you the most money? Focus 100% of your energy on that and scale it. Exactly. And, it's pretty similar to what you said. And guys, I paid a lot of money to find that out. And you guys are gonna hear that for free. So
for real. And I paid a lot of money personally learning that over 18 years of working in the games industry. But I mean, the other thing is, like, don't be put off if someone is better than you, because if you start a business, there will always be people with like more money, more talent, better looking, nicer hair, whatever it is. But if you're good at something, you're going to be better doing that than trying to work out something that isn't being done. So stick at what you're good at, and stay. It's not like stay in your lane, but even if you're not the best in the world at it, you're going to be better than doing something else, right?
Yeah. Awesome. I love that.
It's good advice for like now. But I think...
Well, yeah, things could change.
Things could change. And I mean, to be fair, with AI, no one knows what the fuck's going to happen in the next 5 years. There could be no jobs. There could be 1 million new jobs. I mean, 90% of the people I meet, their jobs didn't exist when I was in kindergarten. I'm old as balls, by the way. I'm 40. So, yeah, 40.
Not damn in like you're old, but damn like I don't think anyone would have thought that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I blame my Irish mother for that, but that's why it took all of the smoking and the drinking to make me look this old. Wow. Otherwise, I'd still look like a child. But no, I really do think it's important to basically keep grinding on what you're good at, and when the good times come, we don't know what's going to happen. Like, my job didn't exist when I was a kid. Like, there weren't mobile phones, there weren't games, so who knows what's going to happen. That's why you need to just stack cash, as the Gen Z say.
Yeah, wicked. Do you feel that you have to work hard to be successful?
Not if you're born rich.
Good point.
I mean, to be fair, like, one of the things is, like, human intelligence is a bell curve. So there is an average IQ of 100. There is a certain amount of people who are super smart and a certain amount of people who are less than. But if you look at how wealth is distributed, is not distributed on anything like that. It's a power law curve. So it's anything you do to get yourself more wealth, more fame, more notoriety earlier compounds into something bigger. So you need to start. You need to get out of yourself earlier. You need to start your own venture. You need to start your own side hustle. Even if you're working as an employee, get a blog, get something up. Like, you need to start learning how to, like, push yourself. And it's like, it's whether you read self-help books, whether you go to courses, whether you take an MBA, whatever you do, invest in your fucking self. Like, one of the worst things you can do when you get laid off is just to sit there and search jobs, like, and think, oh fuck, my money is going to be gone. Like, when I got laid off, the best thing I did was actually bought a Surface Pro, which I promptly fucking dropped. But investing in yourself, like getting laid off and then buying an iPhone 4S from fucking Tesco's, was really good because it allowed me to learn that thing. If there is something that is adjacent to your industry and your industry is dying, jump into it. If you have to retrain fucking hard. Invest in yourself and never give up.
I love that, bro. I love that. And that's really solid advice for anybody, because difficult times come and you don't know where you can't foresee it. Or maybe sometimes you can.
We say stay in your lane, but it's really like, if your skill set is going to be the next leap, stay in the skill set. It's not the lane, it's not the job title, it's the skill set. My skill set has been building games and imagining stuff. I did a music tech startup around about the same time Musical.ly was out, which was the precursor to TikTok. And it's still the same skill set. So just hone those things you're good at. The job titles don't really matter.
Yeah, awesome. If you could recommend one core skill for any entrepreneur to work on, what would it be and why?
Public speaking. Like, public speaking, 1,000 motherfucking %. The reason is because you need to be able to blag your way into a VIP at a conference when you don't even have a fucking ticket for the conference. You need to be able to get into a party that you don't have an invite for. If you do not have any public speaking skills, if you are nervous about facing it, you will not be able to face down investors. It's better to have an argument with an investor and they know who the fuck you are, then they just forget about you. The worst thing you can do as an entrepreneur is be forgettable. So public speaking, 100%.
I love that. That's really good food for thought.
You need to build that like core level of confidence, right? Because the thing is that a lot of people, like, you have that kind of effect where you're smart enough to know that what you're talking is bullshit. So if you ever bring a developer or a coder into any kind of startup conversation, they're always going to say, yeah, but these numbers mean nothing. Like, it's all bullshit until it's actually out. Yeah. It's true, but you're never going to get invested in that way. Yeah. Like, it's a combination of logic and vision, essentially. And selling that narrative, public speaking is the core that allows you to build on it with your creativity.
Yeah. Awesome. I love that, bro. And so, do you feel having a social media presence is important within the entrepreneurial world?
Dude, it's fucking essential, right? Like, you need to pick something you're good at. Like, I am shit at Twitter. I get occasionally good, but I don't have time for it. LinkedIn is where I shine. It works out. You need to have a brand.
I do see a lot of your funny comments on LinkedIn, to be fair.
But I mean, you need to have a brand and you need to be smart about it. You need to learn what the LinkedIn algorithm likes, like when's the best time to post. You don't necessarily need to go full social queuing, but if you cannot hold a brand and a presence, then no one wants to believe in your company. Like, celebrity CEOs are more common now. And when we have AI taking away a lot of the production of the work, we're going to shift to a more influencer-centric society. We're looking now to people, because we can't trust the fucking news, we can't trust what we see. Half people believe the world is flat now. So considering that no one knows what the fuck is going on, people find people they believe in and they follow. Yeah. And that's going to be everything. Like, all tech is going to end up like that, because if it doesn't cost anything to create it, then you're going to want to go with the person you believe in.
Yeah. Awesome, bro. Awesome. And so, how often do you feel that people should network?
Constantly. Like, as a CEO, my job is to make sure we have enough money to run. Like, that really involves talking to people, because the thing is, like, if you get money from the government or if you get grants and all of that kind of stuff, you can sit there in silence. If you fail, if you fuck up, who's going to help you? You need every single person that you know in your industry to have a semi-decent opinion of you, or at least have an opinion of you. Because if it all goes fucking wrong, you need a backup. You need something. You need somewhere to go. It's about building a safety net of people who are looking to help you. Like, I've seen entrepreneurs who have fucked up so badly, they ended up eating like fucking food out of a dumpster behind Wendy's and shit, and then had to get a GoFundMe to raise money to get to their job in London that they just got offered. Like, that is a literal thing I saw on LinkedIn. Yeah. And you cannot do that without friends. Yeah. And I mean, we see a lot of people like they don't like compassion. They're really sort of like hard-assed. You have to earn. You have to be hard. You have to be like a dickhead. You have to be like a proper man's man. Like, to be honest, man, all the billionaires I met, and I've met about 4, they generally wear cardigans and jumpers and are nice family people. It's millionaires you see screaming around and going on the gym and doing CrossFit, right? If you want to actually make it for real, you got to be human, because otherwise people ain't going to like you.
100%, bro. I love that. I love what you have to say.